Hello and welcome to your Wildcat News. I'm Alex Morgan.
And I'm Samantha Money. Yesterday, a Kentucky House member introduced House Bill 542, allowing students to carry concealed firearms on college campuses. That bill passed the Kentucky House Committee on Tuesday morning and now awaits a full vote before it can move on to the Senate.
If passed, it would prevent colleges and universities from banning guns on campus. President Capilouto expressed serious concerns about the legislation, stating that it would make campus less safe. He emphasized that law enforcement and safety officials are on campus opposed to the bill and that he is communicating directly with policymakers in the Kentucky General Assembly to express his opposition. We will be sure to keep you updated as the legislative process unfolds. In other news, around campus, Student Government Elections Commissioner Jacob Keaton released a statement this morning regarding the SGA President-elect and Vice President-elect. After hearing claims regarding the election, the SGA Supreme Court ruled that the Sutherland-Hudson ticket is disqualified. The reason for the disqualification has not been publicly announced. The statement also informed students the court reconvened for a retabulation via Zoom at 5 p.m. tonight. The Zoom will be open to the public.
Our other big news this week is the aftermath of Friday's storm. Cleanup continues here in the Lexington area, where trees fell on power lines and wind caused damage. According to poweroutage.us, about 21,000 people in Kentucky are still without power following the storm, with Kentucky Utilities estimating about 6,000 of those in Fayette County. They hope to have power restored to those customers by tonight. Fayette County Public Schools reopened today for the first time since last Thursday. Crews restored power to individual schools by last night to make that happen.
Other areas of the state are also cleaning up. The brother of Wildcat reporter Eli Hendricks lives in northern Kentucky and tells us about his experience.
I'm Eli Hendricks with Wildcat News. Kentucky saw a massive line of storms come in that stretched the entirety of the state from Bowling Green to Newport.
It was 6 o'clock, so it was like 4 hours after the wind started.
Jesse Hendricks lives in Erlanger. He was one of thousands of people who lost power over the weekend.
The Duke Energy, when I called them, said that the first outage by my house was reported at 6:17. So it happened right around 6. We were without power. We have it obviously now, but we were without power from 6 o'clock that night until 1:30 the next morning. So I actually went and got a generator, hooked my freezer and my refrigerator up so I didn't lose any food in it.
Jesse works at Amazon. He was there when the storm hit.
I couldn't move any of the trucks, so that was 6:30, and they only do that sustained winds of 45 mile an hour.
Like many in Kentucky, Jesse has children. Unlike many others, though, his kids went to school the next day.
I know Boone County didn't close. They sent me a text that said the kids might be late because of like flooding or anything like that, but I know Cincinnati and Indiana, a lot of them closed.
Major road hazards were reported across Kentucky, including broken poles.
Downed one of the power lines. It had snapped the pole, one of the main poles that runs along Dixie. It had snapped it almost in half.
With Wildcat News, I'm Eli Hendricks.
There are resources available for those affected by the storm. UK students can visit uky.edu/basic-needs/eat for resources to help find free food, get free meal swipes, and $1 meals. Students in need of food and personal care items can also visit the Big Blue Pantry in Whitehall, open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
There are also resources for local residents off campus. You can call 311 for problems related to power outages and fallen trees. For structural damage, call the Red Cross at 1-800-RED-CROSS. And for those who have storm debris, it can be taken to former Old Frankfort Pike landfill at 1631 Old Frankfort Pike for no charge until Friday, March 10th. Storm debris can also be taken to the Thoroughbred landfill at 4216 Hedger Lane and disposed at a 60% discount.
After cleaning up from the storm and contending with midterms, students need a break. Ajani Taylor has more on ways UK students are relaxing.
Are you feeling the stress of midterms? Well, Relax and Restore was the perfect chance for a brain break. On March 6th from 12 to 3 p.m., the UK Student Activity Board hosted an event that gives students a chance to relax during the hectic week. This event gave students the opportunity to receive a free 5-minute massage right on campus from certified or in-training massage therapists from the Lexington Healing Arts Academy. Students also had the opportunity to treat themselves to snacks and refreshments while waiting.
I love all the amenities that they're providing. I'm definitely going to use all the face masks, the ice masks and everything like that. And honestly, the ambiance of everything is really relaxing. And I think it's kind of important to have that mindful break in the middle of all this stressful time. So it just reminds you to slow down and just be really conscious of the moment and just kind of grounding yourself, because it's just so easy to get really, really anxious during this time frame, especially when it's all the due dates are here. So yeah, this is just a great event, and I think the people that are running it are always super sweet, and just the space that they provided is really, really calming and welcoming.
Students not only use this time and space for massages, but also for reading, picking out t-shirts, shower steamers, and even bags of lavender. For Wildcat News, I'm Ajani Teeler.
And of course, spring break is next week, so that will hopefully be a good time to relax and de-stress as well.
I'm looking forward to that. Coming up on Wildcat News, Ajani Teeler has Wildcat football and basketball news. We'll be right back.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out?
Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
I'm a first-generation Filipino American. You don't always feel you're a part of the country you live in. It's this weird middle space sometimes that you have to live inside of. But when you meet others that are also living in that space, you'll learn to know that it's its own unique space too.
Hello, I'm Ajani Teeler, and welcome to your Wildcat Sports. We start with Kentucky football starting spring practices this week. Alex Morgan caught up with senior linebacker Luke Fulton to talk about how the team's feeling about the upcoming season.
You know, I've been here the past 2 years, and we had a good season where we won the Citrus Bowl, went 10-3 2 seasons ago, and I think the difference between that one and last year was definitely a little bit of not complacency, but feeling like we were entitled to something and felt like things would just kind of fall in our lap as they should. So I would say going into this spring, definitely bringing up the intensity, and I think that'll carry over to the fall. Last year was kind of a little bit of we felt we could have done a lot more, so I think that just kind of leaves a sour taste in most of the guys' mouths going into this year. I would say that this off-season spring training definitely brought more intensity than the other ones that we've had. You know, going into even the running and lifting stuff, we definitely started doing a little bit more intense on-field workouts, like as a whole with the team, just to get everybody feeling ready to go, getting tougher, and I feel like it kind of brings a little bit more competitiveness to the table when you're doing stuff that way. I would say it definitely has things moving in a positive direction. You know, we brought in our offensive coordinator from 2 years ago, so I think a lot of the guys are happy to see him. We had a really good year with him when he was here, so that's definitely a good face to have around and definitely gives those guys more confidence. And then also, you know, we added a few special teams coaches in that definitely have just upped the intensity overall with that aspect of the game. And we've kind of really just tried to make it a point to excel in all three areas, the offense, defense, and the special teams. So I'm thinking that it would definitely push things in the right direction.
The 2022-2023 college basketball regular season is officially in the books, and conference tournament season has arrived. The 2023 SEC men's basketball tournament bracket is locked in, and the action gets underway tonight from Bridgestone Arena in Nashville. The Kentucky men's basketball team will take on either Vanderbilt or the winner of Georgia and LSU. The Wildcats are looking for momentum as they enter the NCAA tournament this month and seek their first tournament win since 2019. Meanwhile, the women's SEC basketball tournament concluded on Sunday with number 1 South Carolina defeating number 3 Tennessee to take the title in Greenville, South Carolina. Our number 14 Kentucky Wildcats made history as they became the lowest seed to ever advance to the quarterfinals of the tournament. They upset number 11 Florida in the first round and number 6 Alabama in the second. The Wildcats ultimately lost against Tennessee 80-71. The Wildcats now look ahead to the upcoming season. That's your look at Wildcat sports, and we'll be right back.
Worried about your friend, but don't know how to reach out?
You could say, how are you, or get a fake tattoo. You could ask with an app if it works for you. You could chat with them in VR, it's all good. If you think you should check in, yeah, you should.
Whatever gets you talking. Reach out to a friend about their mental health. Whatever gets you talking. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What? I can't drive. Why? I'm high. Oh.
A lot has been happening in the world of education. The Learning Center is an alternative high school where Lexington for kids at risk.
Seek, seize, and sustain is their motto for their unique approach to education. Asher Diamond has more.
The Learning Center, which is a school for kids at risk of dropping out, is one of the newer alternative schools here in Lex, and they recently moved into this building. They do things a little differently.
See is really all about 3 words, right? Seek, seize, and sustain. We take kids who really don't know what direction they want in their life. We provide them all kinds of opportunities to seek what they might want to do in life. You know, they get to seize on to things that are really interesting to them, and then we give them the skills and the community connections to really sustain that into post-secondary, college, military, tech school.
Take a seat.
How does the Learning Center create a space that impacts kids? So I would say that TLC, we are hands-on, and we try to create spaces where kids can have hands-on activities. So for example, we have like a wood shop, we have a gardening space, we have a lot of outdoor open spaces where kids can go out and explore and experience. We have sewing machines, so we create, we have a maker space, lots of areas for exploration.
TLC helps me learn the things that I'm passionate about by, say, the teacher Collins helps me learn piano better by, he gives free lessons.
Yeah, so TLC is different from other schools in that we really focus on social and emotional wellness. We just really equip kids to feel confident, be prepared. We provide wraparound mental health services. If you need tutoring, we're going to provide that for you. We remove all barriers to help a kid feel and find success in school. That's what we're all about.
Finally tonight, it's midterms week, which means students are flocking to coffee shops For any Harry Potter fans out there, we might have the perfect stop for you.
The Creature's Cauldron Cafe is a Harry Potter-themed coffee shop located on North Broadway in downtown Lexington. The cafe is filled with themed decorations and features a menu with Hogsmeade classics such as butterbeer and Wolfsbane potion coffees. Small in size, the cafe is a quiet and scenic place to study for those looking for a unique place to hit the books this week. I don't know about you, Alex, but I've needed a lot of coffee to get through midterms.
I've needed a lot to get through my entire college career.
And that is all for your Wildcat news today. We will be off next week for spring break.
Good luck on midterms, Wildcats, and enjoy the break. And remember, go Big Blue.